What is good, Priesthood? Back fresh from Ghost Protocol. What's really good? Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. I feel the need to say that there are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. All right, fantastic. Listen, I call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance that we receive here today. I say wise and skillful. All right, application of the guidance that we receive here today. I'm sorry for those of you who were smart enough to know the first time that I said it. Forgive me. All right, but I'm sure you can guess that was necessary for someone or several people. Okay, absolutely, apparently. So here's the deal. Let's talk to the ancestors. Ancestors. All right, this one's for you, ancestors. Day of the Dead, extraordinary, y'all. Extraordinary, okay? Scorpio lunar eclipse, extraordinary. All right, absolutely. I understand 2 major cycles are closing. That is my understanding from the astrology people. Okay, so let's find out today. Oh, see, I got sand all in my cards. You see what I'm saying? I was on the beach for Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to the Mayan ancestors, okay, and the South American ancestors and the Mexican ancestors. Shout out to y'all, all right, and shout out to all the ancestors. By the way, the Chinese ancestors have been stepping up lately. Yeah, absolutely. The Chinese ancestors want a little respect up on their name for their math and precision. Absolutely. Shout out to the Chinese ancestors. All right. Ancestors. What would you like to discuss, Creator? What would you like to discuss with the children of God at this time? What do you want to talk about with the children of God at this time? At this time, okay, we want to talk about this. Confusion. You see what I'm saying? That's why I had to repeat myself in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Okay. Also, following your instincts. You know, don't worry. You don't need all the answers. All right. You have your instincts. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Also, somebody might need to be able to put something into words. They finding it hard to do such. All right. I'm going to guess that's not us. That's none of us, right? I don't know. Maybe some of y'all struggle with that. I have no idea, but I don't be struggling with that much, you know, unless God is blowing my mind, or maybe the devil, you know. Things can be wordless under those circumstances. All right. Well, let's talk about what could not be put into words. Oh, okay. When you say it like that, ancestors. Okay. Let's talk about what could not be put into words. Let's talk about it. Or following your instincts. Yada, yada, all the shit I said. All right. Fantastic. Pow. Divine child of God. Hello? God adores you. Okay? Maybe for somebody it's wordless. They're like, wow, look how God adores you. I don't even know how to put it into words. And or you're a divine child of God, and you can't tell nobody. Because, you know, like, what do you say? What do you say about it? You know? They don't, you know, you got to take them through each concept. Divine, you got to explain that. You know, divine child, you got to explain that. You know, the relationship between you and God when you a divine child of God, you got to explain that. That's hard. You know, it takes a lifetime to learn these things. Takes a lifetime. You know? So some people just miss the class, you know, sometime. All right, let's go further. Yeah, see, look. How the hell are you still on your throne? I am confused. Hello? Right. Somebody's confused. Somebody is confused, Priesthood, by how you stay on the throne. I know that's right. You might be confused. Hello? Facts. Somebody join me. Okay, absolutely. How do I do it? Right? Am I right, Priesthood? Come on now. Look at yourself. How do you do it? You don't know. Absolutely. Because you a divine child of God. That's how. That's all you can say about it. You know, that's all you can say. You can't explain it. You didn't do it. You just woke up one day and you was alive, right? Okay, exactly. Look at this. Would you look at this? Okay. Justice. Uh-huh. Exactly. Do you feel me? Hello? Right. Right. That's another way that you stay on the throne. By paying that karma. Yeah, you fucking A. Soon as it come. Soon as the shit come, pay that shit. Because you already know. Because you already know if you a divine child of God. Don't let no karma be outstanding. You fucking A on that. Hello? So maybe somebody don't know, how did you pay your karma? Holy shit. I didn't think you'd be able to pay your karma. Yeah. Yeah. No, as a rule, that's the first bill that get paid. Hello? Facts. But when you a divine child of God, that's a job. Okay? And it's not just a job, it's an adventure. Okay? So maybe you on an adventure right now. All right? It's what's up. That's all I know. All of this is presiding over the pillars of the reading. That looks good, baby. That looks good. Okay? That fucking looks good. And it looks so good that I think you might be baffling people. Okay? I think you might be baffling people. You might be baffling yourself. Okay? You might be baffling yourself. I don't know. Okay? But I get the sensation that God is behind it all. Let's go further. Look, I am done. Yo, how many empresses? Do you feel me? Like, hello? All right? No, this is some divine child of God shit. You dig what I'm saying? This is some divine child of God shit right here. Real hard. The Empress done came out twice already. We got, what, 5 cards out of 78 cards? Come on now. Hello? Then with the Justice energy, with the Libra energy, okay? Because you know everybody got to deal with that Libra energy in this universe. You know what I'm saying? That righteousness, the laws, the rules, the balance, the karma. Come on now. Holla if you hear me. All right? Fantastic. Sitting prettily. How? How are you sitting prettily? Because you are confident that God loves you. Well, where'd you get all that from? From all of this damn... Look at this. Would you look at this? Look at the sun. You see the sun? That's God in this card. And what's she doing? What's she doing, y'all? Come on now. Everybody all together. Basking. You fucking A. In God's divine grace. Where else would you rather be, ladies and gentlemen? Hello? Where else would you rather be? That's where you're supposed to be. Basking in God's grace no matter where that you go. Facts. And if this is instincts, your instincts are on point. Your instincts are on point. That's what this is all about. For the instinct side, on the instinct floor. Absolutely. That's your basic instinct right there. Yeah, that's real basic. Look. Expanded awareness of how that we do it here. All right, so on the instinct floor, you know to stay your ass seated on the throne. Okay, we already talked about the muscles that's involved. Do you feel me? But who's powering your muscles? God. Right. That's why you got to bask in the juice, in the God juice. Do you feel me? That's how we do it here behind the black veil. We be basking in God juice. Absolutely. Listen. Calm, cool, wise, decision-making cat energy. Yeah. That's the justice. You see what I'm saying? That's the justice. Somebody either got to get in that energy. Somebody is showing up in that energy. You dig what I'm saying? That's the justice. That's the balance. Nothing less will do for the divine child of God. Nothing less will do for the Empress. You a cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat, or you don't fucking exist on any meaningful level. Period. End of story. Those are the rules. Facts. Okay, ancestors, bring it. Look at here. Look at here. Queen of Pentacles is in my deck. Confident and authoritative. Okay? Authority and confidence in life, they say, about the Queen of Pentacles. Do you feel me? With the confidence, where's it coming from? Pow, God. Right. I'm a divine child of God. I'm rooted in that understanding, is what I see here. These are roots. This is earth energy, earth energy. You see, here's the water energy. That was me yesterday at the beach. Facts. That was me yesterday at the beach, basking in that Day of the Dead juice, baby. Basking. Do you feel me? All up in the sunlight. Loving it. I think I even got a shade browner. I mean, it's ever so slight, but I think I got a shade browner. So round of applause for me. All right, fantastic. Um, ooh, okay. All right, we going to another floor, y'all. We going to another floor. Um, so interesting. This card looks just like my mom. The Angry Empress, with every right to be upset. Divine justice, right here. Divine wrath, right here. And also the female Grim Reaper. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. And Mother's Day is coming up. That's deep. And then plus the Empress's mother energy as well. So I'm getting the sensation, therefore, since the Angry Empress showed up, I'm getting the sensation that the case is closed on some level. Like, you know, she put the veil back down. Like, okay, we're good. We're good. Conversation is over. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing, you know? Um, Closure, expanded awareness of how we do it here. I get divine wrath is coming. And I feel that whoever is, something is off card. Okay? Something is off card. Because I'm getting, this is the somebody was confused about you, priesthood card right here. I mean, floor, right? So if that's the case, which is strongly giving me that that's strongly the case, you know, because the Angry Emperor showed up, I'm getting the sensation that that's another thing that's allowing you to stay on your throne because you know divine wrath is coming. Because those are the rules. Hello? That's the law. That's why you pay your fucking karmic bills, because you know damn well you don't want to see this lady mad at you. Facts? And you don't want God closing the door in your face, like apparently God is closing the door in somebody's face on this floor. Okay? They got to show up as the cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat, I'm going to go ahead and guess. Let's go further. Yeah, look. Walking through the fire. Right. Because if you can't walk through the fire, then you can't be trusted. Period. End of story. Because staying on the throne when you have every reason to be upset, that means you walking through the fire. Now, if I can do it, if the sweet little cupcake can walk through the fire, if I have the balls and I don't even have balls, and you got a full set of balls and you can't walk through the fire, how am I supposed to respect you? I cannot. It cannot be done. Because those are the rules. Listen, justice is for everyone. Do you feel me? Justice is for the safety and security of this entire planet. We cannot let one motherfucker slide. Not one. Not one. For no reason. All right, now let's go deeper. Because this sounds deep. All right, I don't know about you. It's deep on me. Okay, but I feel that somebody is dealing with having to put their heart on the scale and really seeing, who are they? Are they the wise, cool, calm, decision-making cat? Do they, in fact, have a set of balls? We're going to see. When we see whether or not they walk through this fiery crossroad and show up as the wise, cool, calm, decision-making cat. That is the cat that can be respected. You got to respect this cat because he walked through the fire. So if he walked through the fire, you have to respect him. That's the rules. If he don't walk through the fire, you don't have to respect him. Simple. Hello? And that's why the Native Americans, side note, would popularly have this practice where the mothers of the tribe will select the chief, because the mothers are the ones who know what's best. for the tribe. Do you feel me? I know that's right. Let's go further. Oh, yes, look. That's all right. That's what I get here. Okay. That's all right. I'll start over again. All right, let's go. All of a sudden, abso-fucking-lutely. All of a sudden, you know why? You know why you got it like that, where you just start all over again? It's all good. We got some things here we can build upon. We can start a new beginning. New beginning. Right, both those cards, new beginning. Abso-fucking-lutely. Right. Why? Because you a divine child of God. You are surrounded and soaking in God's grace. Soaking in it so hard that sometimes it could be confusing. Is it here? Where is it? I can't see it because it's all over you. That's why. It's all over you. It's hiding in plain sight. It is so much a part of your life that you didn't even realize it was there. You know how people feel like, where's God? God doesn't exist. There's just science and reason. Well, where do you think science and reason came from? Who taught you that disqualifies the idea of God? Somebody told you that disqualifies God. I mean, what came first, the chicken or the egg here? You believe the shits because somebody told you to believe it that way, because they believe it that way, and maybe they got a bunch of other people to tell you to believe it that way, and so you think, oh, well, 1,000 people believe it, it must be true. You feel me? Would you rather know the truth, or would you rather get the approval of 1,000 people? I'm just saying. You dig it? Because whether God is real or not, there's been scientific evidence and studies conducted that show that people who believe in God are happier people, whether it's true or not. So if you're really into science, you need to come join us and believe in God. Amen? All right? Amen. All right? Because won't he do it? I know that's right. Listen here. Death of the ego. This is not about ego. When I'm sitting prettily, says the Empress, says Oshun, says the goddess, says the divine feminine, when I'm sitting prettily, it's not about I'm better than you. It's not about I'm this and you're nothing. It's not about that. It's about I adore God and God adores me. Now, how am I supposed to not smile about that? How am I not supposed to make sure to look pretty for God about that? Doesn't God deserve a little bit of thank you? A little bit of, oh, that feels good. A little bit of, oh, God, that's awesome. You're awesome, God. God don't deserve that. You feel me? It's not about ego. It's about facts. Hello? Because that's what justice is about. It's about just the facts. Right? Here with the dead are supporting you. The dead got your back. They love it. They are tickled. They are tickled by your confidence. They love it. They're so proud. You know how it is when you're proud of somebody. Like this is how black people felt when Barack Obama first became the president. Of course, yes, our bubble was burst eventually, but still there's remaining elements of it that can't be denied. You dig it? Even though he fell short in so many ways, he still was kind of the best. You feel me? The most liked by his own people, generally speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know if you're black or not, but if you saw black people, if you were looking at black people at that time, we were so proud, right? People was in the street, it was exciting. It was like, oh my God, could you imagine? You know what I'm saying? It was a good moment. It was a good moment of happiness for black people. You know what I'm saying? Even though whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, look, you see, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter, and what I mean by that is no hard time that you go through, divine children of God, will take away the fact that you are perfectly safe in God's hands. I feel that you know that, and that is blowing mind. That is blowing mind right now. Maybe blowing your own mind. I don't know. Okay? But definitely I get the sensation that it's blowing mine, because up here we have another character that is standing in front of the scales waiting to be judged for their actions and the content of their character, right? Ain't that what Martin Luther King said? He's Martin Luther King. All right, so people need to be, he said people need to be judged by that. Not on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds. Abso-fucking-lutely. We ain't need to squabble over no skin color. Not at all. Not at all. Put your heart up on the scale. We'll see what it is. Okay? We'll see what it is. Is your heart lighter than the feather? Listen, this is ancient. This is ancient, people. Okay? And those are the rules. Okay? So I get the sensation that things may be taken from you, just in general, you know, and like in life. But what you will never lose is God's adoration and admiration. What you will never lose is God's divine protection. What you will never lose is your confidence in God. I think maybe somebody wanted you to lose your confidence in God, or perhaps they tried to confuse you about your faith or about God. But you followed your instincts, or you're following your instincts, or if this has not happened yet, follow your instincts. Even if you can't see God, he's right there in front of your fucking face. He's right on top of your head. He's right beneath your feet. He's right behind your back. He's right inside your lungs. All right? Amen? Thugging it out. Or maybe someone tried to treat you like you have no value, because that's what the Empress figure, Oshun, represents. Value. Physical value. Value in the physical form. You know, true value in the physical form. You know, like diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we didn't quantify diamonds, diamonds have a use. They have capabilities technologically, you know, scientifically, and also physically. Like you can use it to, you know, wear things down, smooth things out, you know, that sort of thing. So somebody may have tried to, you know, degrade you or lower your value or convince you that you have no value. I don't see, your value has moved nowhere. Okay, your value stands is what I see here. Okay, no matter what other things have been removed, that is the one thing that cannot be removed, is your value. Especially to God. You are valuable to God is what I see here. You are valuable to God. And whoever don't agree with God, then that's quite their failing. That's quite their failing, because how many know God is right about everything? Okay? Absolutely. Divine calling. Divine calling. Confidence and authority in life, divine calling. When God calls you, you come. Hello? And this is strong divine feminine energy. So I don't know who was confused about what, but somebody else was confused, it looked like, here on this floor. Somebody else was confused, and I get the sensation. And what I mean by that is I feel that God calls many a call, right? Hello? But few are chosen. You're one of the few. This is what I get here. You're one of the few who, when God called, you showed up. No matter what. No matter what. Hard times, thugging it out. No matter what. Destruction of the past. No matter what. God called you, you showed up. That's taking me back to the balls. Okay? That's making me feel, see? Because chances are God called you to walk through this fire. Or God is calling you to walk through the fire. You dig what I'm saying? And maybe you're confused about that. Like, why do I have to walk through the fire? Like, yo, like, hello? Like, divine child of God, empress, justice, balance. Like, I'm good. My fucking accounts are good. Why are you calling me to walk through the fire? Okay? I'm going to get, especially with the divine child of God, that you are an example. You got to show people how it's done. How do you have the balls to walk through the fire? Well, you have confidence in God and you have a death of the ego. And here the destruction of the past was based on arrogance. So it's a demonstration. Don't be arrogant about when God calls you. You don't put God on hold, because that's rude. Because then you're going to end up in the hall of judgment, putting your heart on the scale, and then we're going to see what you're really made of. And then you're the one that's going to be ashamed, not me. That's why you stay on the throne. Let other people be ashamed. Do you feel me? Let them do it. Give them all the rope they need. All right? Absolutely. See? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Some deception here. Some deception here. Dare to speak. Okay? Thugging it out. Some kind of deception. Secret. I get is coming out. Okay? Secret coming out. Deception uncovered. Based on something that's being said. And it represents a new beginning. A new refreshed understanding, perhaps. Or something was said and it was a lie, and you had a hard time about it, and you fell back on this relationship with God. All right, get off on your floor on that. Get off on your floor. Perhaps some more juice will come out about that later. Oh, yes. I get the sensation that somebody tried to, that, like I said, somebody tried to get you to doubt your relationship with God, doubt that God loves you, doubt your confidence, doubt, what you know to be true. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe try to get you to lie to yourself, fool yourself, end up in Narnia. You dig what I'm saying? And I get the sensation that's the people that's trapped in Narnia that can't get out of Narnia now that they realize they're in Narnia, right? Because surprise, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm a divine child of God and somebody else is in Narnia. Maybe they tried to make you think your side of the mirror was Narnia. Maybe they knew they was in Narnia and they just was trying to get you to come into Narnia with them, like some kind of monster movie, like some sort of supernatural thriller, some sort of horror movie. Where there's some evil spirit in the mirror trying to snatch you into a, neither world. And you was like, no, thanks. You know what I mean? Like simple, open and shut case. No, thanks. You stay in Narnia. Okay? With your Narnia ass. Okay? Absolutely. And you kept it pushing. Confident that you were loved by God. Confident. No matter what. No matter what. Do you feel me? You have a divine calling. Period. End of story. All right? Let's hit the central axis here where we have every reason to be upset. Let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about it. And also divine wrath. Cases closed, expanded awareness, and the wordless level of muscle that it takes for the Empress to remain on her throne, seated, willingly, knowing that the wrath is a part of the law. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've ever been through something that you feel was like karma, you know what I mean? If you've ever been through something that you feel hit you, and it was unpleasant, and it was the, fiery crossroads, and it was, it was the hall of judgment, and it was all of that, then you ought to know that karma's real and everybody's going to get theirs. Everybody. Do you feel me? Because we all got to get up on this scale. Everybody got to get on the scale. Okay? You confident about what that scale is going to read when you put your heart on it. So perhaps you had to put your heart on it as a demonstration. And therefore, you might be, or you might have gone through something that really wasn't due to any kind of negative, behavior of yours. But it's just that you are this instrument to show people how it's done. So you had to go ahead and walk through the fire and show people how to walk through the fire. And you had to go up and put your heart on the scale to show people how to put their heart on the scale, wait for the readout. right? And then deal with the consequences. Thug it out. Death of the ego, right? Because I mean, nobody's perfect. Am I right? Nobody's perfect. So whatever's on your heart is going to be seen. You know what I'm saying? And so that could be embarrassing. That could be, devastating. That could be hurtful or whatever. But then you got to thug it out, right? Deal with that karma. You feel me? So your shit could have been all settled, but you still had to do this protocol as a demo. Like, yeah, it's hard. Now you understand the muscles and you understand the balls that it takes. And the creator's just not having nobody up in her universe without the balls. You're not going to get the official seal. You're not going to get the seal of approval if you don't have the balls to the measurement that the creator say. Because how many know the scales measure things? Right. Okay. And if your heart ain't right, if your mind ain't right, we're going to see everything. And you're going to have to thug it out. You're going to have to thug out what? Your reflection in the fucking mirror. Your reflection in the mirror. Everything you've been hiding from yourself, hiding from other people. Bam, what happens when it's out? Can you stand up to being seen? You dig what I'm saying? Because some people hiding some ugly shit. And they don't even want to look at their own fucking reflection. Do you feel me? That's like people who don't know how to be alone. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to be by themselves, or they don't know how to, do the inner work, essentially. Go into those dark spaces and do that inner work. You feel me? Absolutely. All right, let's go further. Look, the fallen emperor. Wait, I don't know if he fell down yet. I suspect so, because the balls and and then we're waiting for judgment. Okay, so yeah, see, judgment. Thank you. Okay, if you need a personal, get in contact with me. All right, my information is down below. Yeah, somebody's under judgment. Yeah, the Empress came here to tell us that, apparently. Yeah, didn't I say she put the veil back down? Like, okay, we're done. I've seen enough. I've seen everything I need to see. I've read the scale. I'm ready to make my judgment. You know what I'm saying? So here, her judgment is informed by the ancestors' judgment. The ancestors come and they say what it is. Boom, here's the dead helping her out, having her back. And they're like, hey, this dude's under judgment. Let him know. You know what I'm saying? He fell down, broke his crown. Remember Jack a few readings ago fell down and broke his crown? He was being given an opportunity to get his shit back seated properly. I guess he didn't do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and guess he didn't do that, because now the ancestors, it's like the conversation has evolved. The conversation has evolved, and now the designation is made. No more chances. We're ready to come to a judgment. Okay. Respect is another meaning for that card. That's the ancestor card, and it represents final judgment. It's final. Okay? Somebody fell down and broke their crown. He fell from grace. Somebody fell down because they were over-emperoring. I get the sensation trying to control the Empress. Not compliment her, not work with her, not be a partner to her, but to control, to take, to kill, steal, and destroy, like the devil. Hello? So he was not doing God's work, whoever this guy is this week. Okay? You know what I mean? So that's what happened to Jack. So I get the sensation that Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill did not come tumbling after. She just watched him tumble down the hill and was like, hey, Jack, you all right? You know what I'm saying? And I guess Jack, he was mad. Maybe he was frustrated. You know how when you 3 years old, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you little, and you hurt yourself, but you get mad. You know what I'm saying? And you start lashing out at other people and shit. So, I mean, I don't know. In real life, that's not funny, but, from my remote perch, that's pretty funny. But anyhow, I get the sensation that Jack got mad, like embarrassed, basically. Jack was embarrassed because he was all ego. That's why you don't fucking do that. You let the ego die. This is what the demonstration is from the divine feminine energy, from the divine child of God energy. That's why you had to demonstrate. Nah, you fall down. Everybody falls down. Hello? You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good when people see you fall down. That's normal and natural. You dig what I'm saying? And yes, a little bit embarrassing. Yes, it is. Like I said, when you put your heart on the scale, nothing is held back. We can all see your flaws. We can all see the questionable shit you're up to or was doing or thinking or whatever. Right? Okay? And as a human being, everybody has visited some questionable shit. Right? Okay, cool. But you got to let that ego death happen and embrace it. Embrace it. Because generally speaking, who could laugh really? I mean, you can laugh, like people can laugh, no problem. But because if it's funny, like the face you made when you fell down and broke your crown, maybe that shit was funny. What the fuck, But at the same time, they can't really judge you for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll draw the line back to the judgment card right now, okay? But just I'm on a different floor, right? So they can't really judge you that much, is what I'm saying, because everybody falls down. Everybody has an embarrassing moment. So pick your balls up, pick your crown up, pick your face up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're doing here. People, this is Earth. Ain't nobody perfect. You dig what I'm saying? But you don't want to go but so wrong. Because, that shit can follow you off the earth. You feel me? Because those are the rules. So I get the sensation that Jack is under judgment, whoever Jack is right now, because he was trying to control the Empress. Now, the problem here, in terms of the endurance of the embarrassment and the failure for Jack here, is that the angry Empress had to show up. And the angry Empress is an extension of God's divine wrath, with every reason to be upset. Now, who you don't want mad at you is God. How many know? You know. Divine child of God, confident that God loves you, authority and confidence in life, because your authority and confidence comes from God, from being in right relationship with God, from coming when God calls you, from looking at yourself in the mirror and going into those dark places and thugging it the fuck out, daring to go where no man has gone before. Do you feel me? Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. That's what you got to dare to do. Dare to be in right relationship with God. Against the approval of thousands of people. Thousands of people might be like, you're crazy, caring more about God than you do about capitalism. Hello? Right. You might be crazy like a fox. Abso-fucking-lutely. Who's with me? Here we go. The Queen of Swords is with me. Are you with us? Okay, abso-fucking-lutely. Listen, cutting the head off of corruption. Jack is corrupt. That's what I see here. That's what the ancestors see here. That's what the angry Empress that looks like my mom, that's what she can see here. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Look. Bloodline legacy. Inheritance. Abundant future. I think Jack tried to steal your abundant future. I think Jack tried to steal your inheritance. The ancestor said, we saw that. The angry Empress that looks like my mom, she saw that. That means God saw that. You a divine child of God. Arrogance caused destruction. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-boggling. How could you have fallen so far, Jack? How could you have let yourself fall so far? That's what the ancestors clearly want to know. The Empress doesn't give a fuck. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? One thing that's been coming up lately is how the Empress she's indifferent. Like the opposite, another reader who's getting into astrology, she was saying that the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. Oh my God, that's facts. That is facts. And that's why the veil is coming down on Jack. You see what I'm saying? The veil is coming down. Because the Empress has seen enough. That's nobody I need to respect? All right. Well, I'm good. I'll just sit here and wait for the next shit God tells me to do. Right? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because she's sitting back because hands off. Those are the rules. Justice and divine justice is the business of God. That's another demonstration she's giving. That's God's business. That's none of mine. I'm just here to see what it is and then sit back. Call it what it is. Let it be what it is. Okay? Absolutely. So Jack tried to control her. He took something from her. But what he really took, what I really think he took was rope. Just enough to hang himself. That is what I get here. Okay? I don't know if that's the judgment, but I know we cutting off the head of corruption right here. Because this is about, this Queen of Swords card is about clear perception and accurate perception. Do you feel me? And she cuts off the head of corruption and reseats it when people get it twisted. Somebody got it twisted. Jack got it twisted. He got it twisted. He got confused. He got himself all confused. Okay? Thinking he had more power than he did. Because he thought his power extended to being controlling of you. He thought he could control you. And that's when the ancestors clearly had to show up and was like, tot now. Now you're going too far. Now you're going a little bit too far there, Jack. All right? And so, Angry Empress, Queen of Swords, ancestors. I got a tic-tac-toe. All right? On that. The ancestors are tic-tac-toeing on Jack. Look like here. Yeah, look. I see. Okay, I see what happened. Jack took your kindness for weakness. That's what Jack did. How do I know? Mastery of our fiery emotions. Well, why would that be important? Right? Okay. Fell down, broke his crown. Look what you was doing. Right? You was being all demure, being on the throne. Right? Like my voice. You was being all demure. Right? So Jack thought he had it like that. Jack thought he could just roll up on you like that. And what he rolled up on was this closed door, this closed cycle right here. Right? When you cut the head off of corruption because he was trying to steal your bloodline legacy. Trying to steal maybe your throne. Try to knock you down off your throne. I get a high horse. That's what Jack's perception was. Probably because Jack is extremely egotistical, so he thought you were extremely egotistical. But he didn't realize that your confidence comes from God. It comes from very real things, not anything fake or false. You see what I'm saying? Your shit is informed by facts, justice, balance, the law. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Bursting free from limiting beliefs. I know that's right. The ancestors are like, Jack, get your hands off of that. Get your hands off of that now, Jack. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. You need to surrender to the superior power of the spirit. Another demonstration. Okay? Again, the angry empress. Right? Not that you're not capable of God's wrath. But you leave God's wrath to God. Because you are the empress. Do you feel me? Now, you got something, of God in you. Obviously. You dig what I'm saying? But instead, you would prefer to let God handle it. Because God is the master. Do you feel me? How many know? God is the master. You can't do it better than God. You cannot do it better than God. God knows exactly what's on this person's heart. And it's none of your affair at this point. It's none of your affair. You've seen what you need to see. God has seen what God needed to see. Because you looked so demure, so soft. Okay? And you were sitting there, it looked like here. And apparently God was testing this dude. You know what I mean? Because you be sitting there. You ain't sitting there for nobody's fucking entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You're doing you. If you on the throne, you doing you. You ain't sitting there trying to make no statement to nobody except God. Right. Right. You were being demure for God. Doing you for God. Minding your business for God. Here comes somebody try to steal from you, try to cut your throat, try to stab you in the back. And the ancestors were sitting there looking the whole time. And here come the female Grim Reaper, the angry empress, or your mother, or something. Everybody saw the shit. Everybody saw the shit. Hello? And right now we about to burst free from all limiting beliefs and surrender to the superior power of the Spirit. Right. Right. You have been judged, divine child of God, to have an abundant future, regardless of anybody's betrayal or foul activities toward you. Because it's your abundance by divine right. Period. End of story. It will find its way to you by divine right. Let us go further. Let's talk about the law, and let's talk about Jack showing up as the calm, cool, wise, decision-making cat. That's another reason why you stay on your throne. You know, because, side note, the Native Americans say, you should never freeze someone in a particular identity. It is not for you to do that. It is not for you to say they can never change. It is not for you to say they can never correct themselves. It is for you to allow some room for the Holy Ghost. I mean, they don't say it like that, but, you know, generally speaking, allow God to do what God is doing with whoever that is. Just be thankful that you have not fallen and failed on that scale. Just be glad and be thankful. You dig what I'm saying? You see that thin line when it comes to the death of the ego? That thin line of being confident versus being arrogant. You see what I'm saying? It's thin. It's a thin line. It is. It looks similar. It looks very, very similar. But it is not the same. Okay? And here's the difference. Here's the difference. When you can judge activity, you can identify a thing and call it for what it is. But you don't project onto it. You dig what I'm saying? You don't say it can't change. You don't say it can't, evolve. You don't say any of that. You're just saying, oh, you fell down and broke your crown because you fell down and broke your fucking crown. I saw that. We all saw that. So don't try to lie. Don't try to get up and be like, nah, that didn't happen. Like, you trying to deny my reality? That's called gaslighting. It's a form of abuse. Do you feel me? And that would make you a predator. Do you feel me? But at the same time, you understand what it is. You've fallen down. You've hurt yourself. You've failed at things. You know what I'm saying? So this is Jack's opportunity to go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, already there's payments that's due from Jack. You know what I mean? The Creator's love is just so, it's so unconditional. It's so unending. But how many know the Creator is not afraid to fuck you up? Anybody? Hello? Facts. With all the love in her heart. Okay? Absolutely. That is why one must not sleep on God and on God's love. And you know that already, divine children of God. That's why you don't step out of line. You don't never step out of line with God. Because you know God will fuck you up, divine child or not. Okay? Love you all day and fuck your ass up. That's facts. Okay? That is facts. So let's go further. All right? That's what the Native Americans say. They say, let the person evolve. It's none of your business. All right? Just call it what it is. They ignorant right now. They falling down right now. All right. You see that? All right. Well, press on and do what you're doing. And let them, settle that. And you serve as an example. You serve as an example. Because I get the sensation of inconvenient truth, the harsh truth, looking in the mirror, hard on the scale. This is new for whoever this Jack is. You dig what I'm saying? This is new for this guy. He really thought he could get away with some shit. You know what I mean? Without being seen. Without having to pay the consequences. How many know everybody pays the consequences? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Have you paid any consequences? Right. So if you've paid consequences, then everybody has to pay consequences. Because you ain't even fucking with nobody. Hello? Facts. Okay. Come on now. Somebody tried to make war with you. Somebody tried to hurt you. Plain and fucking simple. That's what we see on the scale. Somebody tried to, do you dirty. That's the sensation I get. Absolutely. Especially if somebody is trying to steal what God gave you. You dig what I'm saying? Absolutely. We all saw that. And that's just what it is. And so now how many know there's a fee for that? There's a fee for that. That's it. You can't help this person. There's a fee for that. You might want to be nice. Okay? Anybody? Anybody ever been in those situations where you really would want to be nice to a person? You don't really want to bring God's wrath down on nobody. But you clearly had to talk to the ancestors. You had to talk to God about some shit. You had to show God, look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? Okay. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And see? I get the sensation that they reneged on a partnership. They reneged on, like they pretended that they had mutual respect, and then they tried to stab you in the back. That's the sensation that I get. Guilty. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They tried to pretend they had respect. They tried to pretend that there was an even and legitimate partnership here. I'm going to get your guard down so that they could sneak attack you. That's what I'm getting. You dig what I'm saying? Or they tried to take this dynamic and force it and, contrive the dynamic of partnership. This is the lover's card. Okay? Maybe they tried to force a relationship on you or force you into a partnership, or they pretended to be in partnership with you on some mutual respect basis, and it was false. It was deception. It was a lie. That's the sensation that I get. And they tried to stab you in the back. Yeah. But they should have came up with an alternative to war, because what they didn't realize is the scales. They read everything. They're very sensitive. Scales are very sensitive to movement and to weight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get a do you dirty. Absolutely. Sneak attack. Profound realization itself is what we want to see. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it would take to balance these scales. Takes balls. Takes balls. It's better to face up to when you fall and when you fail. You know what I mean? It's better. Because at the end of the day, nobody can say they never fell and they never failed. Nobody can say that righteously. You know what I mean? But and that doesn't mean that you have to forgive them if they come back into their right mind. That's not what I'm saying. And yes, okay, hold on, many layers. Yes, forgive in the sense of let go. Let go. You know what I'm saying? Let the case close. So forgive them in that sense, in that some people struggle, on these spiritual levels with their character for whatever reason. Usually it's because they didn't receive what they needed to receive at the time they needed to receive it, usually during childhood. You know what I mean? And therefore they don't really have the equipment internally that they need in order to face these things, or someone maybe was never informed about the law of the universe, how it works, how energy works. It is God's divine grace if you even know. Another thing I learned from the Native Americans, all right, the ability to even consider enlightened action is a divine blessing from God. Some people don't know enough to consider, let alone pursue and achieve. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you knew to care what God thinks, the fact that you know how the law works and to stay your ass seated before you get fucked up. Okay? You dig what I'm saying? Facts. You don't bring the judgment. Let the ancestors and the Creator handle that. Okay? Because my judgment card is the ancestors. That's the dead. Okay? God is bringing the divine wrath, and you are made in God's image. So there's things you might have to do that is an extension of what God is doing. God is using you as an instrument to get it done. Using you as the screwdriver. Using you as the drumstick or the baseball bat. Whatever. Get off on your floor. You know what I'm saying? But all you can do is your best to stay seated. After that, wrath of God. You dig what I'm saying? And you know that. Expanded awareness of how we do it here. You know you got to be ready to be whatever God needs you to be. Because you have a divine calling. Period. But your default setting is sitting here on the throne, calmly doing you. At that time, not bothering nobody. Here come Jack to come try to slice your throat. That's a fucking shame for Jack. You dig what I'm saying? So you can have some compassion for this person. Even if the ancestors decide that he is going to receive divine judgment. And I mean, he's receiving divine judgment, but even if he receives the wrath of God. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing my mother used to tell me when I was little. She was like, listen, when people do you wrong, the things I've seen come swinging back on them. You dig what I'm saying? She was like, by the time the shit swing back on them, the God swing back so hard with the karma that you're going to feel bad. You're not even going to be like, yeah, motherfucker, that's what you get, motherfucker. You're not even going to feel like that anymore. When you see what God bring down on people who fuck with the children of God, you're going to feel nothing but sorry for that person. You're going to have a death of your ego. You're going to feel humbled, and you're going to be sitting there thanking your lucky stars that it's not you. Do you feel me? So there's no need to get arrogant, because that you already know that causes destruction. It's not about arrogance. It's about I'm in right relationship. La la la. Thank God for me that I'm in divine relationship with God. I'm in right relationship. Not na 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 na. No, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. Okay? No. But we can feel free to rejoice. Smile brightly. Okay? Cry with tears of happiness and astonishment that you managed to maintain your right relationship with God, because how many know that shit is difficult? When God is telling you, face the inconvenient truth, put your heart on the scale, go to the dark places. Not knowing exactly what the fuck is going on, and follow your instincts. And then God is going to see who has faith around here. Do you feel me? So that's nothing to throw na at. Not at all. Not at all. And when you see divine justice coming, especially with the divine wrath of God, judgment from the ancestors, balanced justice for this war energy that somebody tried to do towards you, or pretense that they're in, respectful partnership to you, and then to try to slice your back, sneak attack you and shit, steal your inheritance or whatever the fuck that it is. Listen, when you see what God do, you're going to be nothing but humble. You're going to be nothing but humble. So this is taking me back to here. Okay, so we're coming back here. That's why dealing with that, coming to terms with that, having a profound realization of self. That, you know what, let me turn around and find an alternative to war with God and balance these scales and come across as the wise, cool, calm, decision-making cat. Listen, it's better to be naked in your failings than to continue to let yourself be in negative relationship to God. Better to say, I failed. Please, 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 let me make it right. Better to say that than to continue to be an enemy of God. How many know? Because burnt bridges, that's why. You fucking A. You are fucking A. And how many know when the bridge is burnt, you can't cross it anymore? Right. And then there's a profound realization of self. Wait a minute, I needed that bridge. Right. That's why you stay in your seat, empresses, divine children of God. That's why you stay in your seat, because you know exactly what happens if that bridge is burned. Hello? You know exactly what happens. That's why when the investigators come around, here's the ancestors' judgment. This is the moment before judgment. It's going down. We are in court. Look like here. We are in the cosmic court. Okay? The most profound and meaningful court of all the courts. The real Supreme Court. Abso-fucking-lutely. And when they go around investigating, who started this fire? Who burnt down this bridge in God's universe? Empress is going to be like, it wasn't me. Hello? Facts. Wasn't me. Okay? I know I have every right to be upset, but all I did was close the case and I sat my ass down. Wasn't me. So it's looking like your alibi is checking out. Because look, the arsonist. Better to throw yourself on the mercy of the court. How many know? That's your best chance. That's the most lenient sentence you could get, is to throw yourself on the mercy of the court. Amen. Amen. You dig it? I'm saying, it's just like in relationships. Like, you know how dudes be struggling to, apologize, or dudes be struggling with their feelings. That's a damn shame. They slowing up the race with that one. But anyway, and it's like, well, if you want to make love to this woman, in situations where it's a lover situation, right? If you want to make love to this woman, why the fuck would you be dragging out the apology process? You stupid. I'm sorry. That's not the best word I could have used, but casually, that is not the smartest move to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all, whoever's been rocking with me have heard me say that before. Like, nah, you want to be making love at the end of the night, for those of you in a lover's situation. If you're not in a lover's situation, you know what I mean? But you know that this person is valuable to you, or their care is valuable to you, or you want their cooperation at the very least. You want their cooperation. Better not to force it. Better to have respect. Better to nakedly just admit that you would rather find an alternative to war. Just nakedly admit the shit. Especially if you're dealing with someone who is emotionally intelligent, then there's no need to delay. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to delay. Like for me, if I'm having an argument with my man, or if I'm fucking up, I fuck something up, which is hard to believe, but I guess it's possible. And whatever, it's an infinite universe. If I fuck something up and he's feeling some kind of way, listen, I'm throwing myself on the mercy of the court. How many know? Okay? Immediately. It's not going to be no days and weeks and years and shit like that like these motherfuckers be doing. Okay? Not at all. Right away. Right away. Because who the hell wants to be at war with their love? That's not how you do love. Okay? And that's for a lover situation. But it's like anytime you have an important relationship, like a relationship with your child, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to be at war with my own child, And I'm not saying that to say nothing toward nobody. I'm just thinking about myself and my own child. You know what I'm saying? And war with your child, that hurts. I've been in war situations with my parents before, and it's painful. It's painful. You know what I'm saying? And how many know that type of shit can scar your entire life? You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? But, granted, if you can't, you don't know, or, how to do it, or, how to get through it, or how to make that, you know what I'm saying? God bless it. You know what I'm saying? It takes all kinds to live on this planet, and that includes us. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not always easy to understand. You know what I mean? It's not always easy to understand how to fix it, how to go at it. And this is why, again, you need God. Hello? This is why you need ancestors. Because, hello? Anybody could be confused by the magic mirror. Anybody could end up in Narnia. Could happen to anybody. Okay? Young, old, black, white, male, female. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Even if you are well versed in the ways of the magic mirror, it's slippery. If you're well versed, you know that. You dig what I'm saying? It's slippery, and the mind is a tricky place to navigate. How many know? Especially with so many forces. So many forces trying to, delude us in the world. All right, so here. Clear road. Okay. I get the sensation somebody wanted to block your road here with this war energy. All right. I feel that they're having a profound realization of self. They also block their own destiny by doing that. Okay. And here, you're the ancestors' boo. All right. So I feel that somebody tried to, like instead of being in partnership, instead of having mutual respect and heeding the call, the divine call, and also being the ancestors' boo, and also having, having spirit protect and guide and support them, they burnt that bridge. So they don't need to beg you so much for forgiveness. With you, children of God, they need to balance the scale. They need to make it right in whatever way it needs to be made right. They don't need to beg you for your forgiveness, because you're not really giving out forgiveness like, oh, let's be friends again kind of thing. You're not giving that out. She's rocked back in her seat. The ancestors are there. And then Jack, who just tried to stab her in the back and cut her throat, is there. So she's detached. She's detached. They don't need to beg you for forgiveness. Your forgiveness is for you. Like you're forgiving them for yourself. You're letting go. Case is closed. Okay? Because they bring in the divine wrath out of you. You don't need it. You don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't need to beg you for forgiveness. They need to beg God for forgiveness. That's who they need to be begging in front of. Okay? With you, they just need to balance it. And the balance is them demonstrating to God, I heard you, God. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm back in my right mind now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the divine wrath of God coming down on me. Please allow me to fix this. See? Look, see? You know what I'm saying? Like that, they need to demonstrate balancing the scale. And then, and showing up as the cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat, complete with the balls and the heart and the character depth that it takes to win God's approval, to then receive the seal or whatever. I don't know what God is planning. Okay, I don't know what God is planning. But that's where the forgiveness and the redemption is going to come from. It's going to come from God, not you, divine children of God. Okay? You don't give out redemption to people. Like that's not your place. You know what I'm saying? Your place is to serve as the example of how do you treat God when God is treating you so good. God is being good to you. Hello? Because how many know when you having a challenge, it could be worse? Anybody? Right. Absolutely. Listen, I forgot to bring out my spiritual as fuck card, so we're going to skip that for this week. I hope that information helps somebody. All right. For a personal, get in contact with me. My information is down below for more deep-ass readings. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom. And make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. And I will see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.